I intend to make this video quite brief. I have a problem with the way we have gone in the world today where we romanticize this whole idea of love. And I know many people have spoken about this before, but it's truly absurd. Maybe I'm just realizing it now, but if you're out there and you're heartbroken or you're in a relationship, I think it's important that you understand something very key, or you're about to be in a relationship or get married, whatever. Love is not this overwhelming passion that you feel, or that you feel like someone is sweeping you off your feet and you can't think of anything but them, because surely that will end, that will fade, presuming or assuming that you get the person that that you want to. I don't think that that feeling in and of itself is a bad thing. I i am not one to give into such passions. I don't enjoy such things, but even if you enjoy that and you feel great about that, love is a commitment. And if you commit to somebody, you have to play a role in that relationship that you're in. But I look at the world today, and I've seen this a couple of times, especially recently with, I'm sure it happens to women too, but you see guys who have girls, the girls that they're with or the women they're with, leave them and say that they're no longer in love. And a lot of the time, this is because some of these women want to try new things. It's not that the guy is not doing it, is not playing the part he should play. There's nothing wrong with him, but they just want to experience other stuff. I think our generation is a very broken generation, and I'm one to talk, and I think I have reason to talk because have lived this life in this generation that I'm talking about. I know what it's like, and I know how silly it is now. All the things that we do. We date people, when then all of a sudden, when things aren't going the way we want, we just break up. Listen, I think it's inexcusable in relationships to some degree, but more so, yeah, if you're intending to get married. Because if you're courting somebody, right, and you're seeing if you guys are compatible in marriage, because that's the system we have now, because we don't really have arranged marriages as such anymore. I think you need to always keep in mind that the moment you make that commitment, that's it. The commitment should not be taken lightly. But that's the problem. Today, everything in the world is taken lightly. We're told there's no consequence for actions. Even if there are consequences, we're made to believe that the consequences can be brushed aside. And I'm speaking frankly now, especially for women when it comes to marriage, because they can just, get a divorce and they'll get a bunch of money, most of the time. So they get favored by it. So it seems like just another day. It's just something you can just do another day, as opposed to in the times in the past where getting divorces was a lot more difficult than it is now. Anybody can just get a divorce if they want. They can just do all that. I think it's bad for the individuals. It's bad for society, because you're showing a bad example. You're giving a bad example to the youth who are seeing this, and then nothing is lasting. Nothing means anything. Everything can be changed. Everything can be moved. So no one takes anything in society seriously, and any society that is like this is on the verge of collapse, in my opinion, because it's like a brave new world, where all the relationships are transient and without commitment, meaning nothing, just for the sake of pleasure. It's just hedonism, really. That's what it is. And any society that is like that is so fragile, and it only takes a little bit of chaos to break a society like that. And most of the world has become like that. I wanted to single out the Western world, but no, most of the world is like that. Most of the world is like that. It's a tragedy, and especially from the Christian perspective, we cannot allow ourselves to be like this, to live like this, because it's happening amongst Christians as well. You wake up one morning and say, "I'm not happy." You want to get a divorce. I mean, I've seen all kinds of things. I saw a famous footballer called Ricardo Kaká talk about his divorce from his wife, and this is a guy I always admired. Very strong, exponent of the faith. Always showing his love for Jesus. So when he got divorced, it was something that troubled me. I was like, I mean, even him, and to find out that he talked about how his wife just wanted something, did not want to be married anymore, and he tried to keep her, but she just didn't want it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read an article once where you see all things on the internet, you have to verify, but apparently that she herself had said that there was nothing wrong with him. He was too good. How? What kind of world are we living in now? You know, this is why you have the red pill movement, guys who teach guys how to just play these girls. Because, I mean, people don't want to take anything seriously anymore. And to be honest, more so women, this whole liberation thing has only brought more damage to society. I'm just keeping it real, whether people like to hear it or not, you know? And that then you have the red pill movement, and then it's all about playing games, but that doesn't satisfy either because, I mean, hedonism on its own is no good to you. It's only going to lead you to hell. So I think it's just incredible chaos. But on an individual level, I appeal to you if you're listening to this, whether you're male or female, please do not go with the crowd because God has given you a free will. And the beauty of it is that you can choose to do the right thing even when everyone else is doing the wrong thing. If you're with somebody, stick to the commitment that you make once you make it. Nobody's forcing you to make a commitment, but once you do, honor the commitment that you make. And more so in light of biblical principles, which even Christians don't adhere to themselves. But may God help us all. Hey guys, Jesus Christ is King. God bless.